أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is the video number 3 of module 4 of Aalimah and Aalim course that is offered at the Green Dome Masjid in Calgary, Northeast. In this course, we are discussing the presentation of Islamic teachings in the Western world by having the knowledge of the issues and the questions that come from Islamophobes or those people who are confused about Islam. So in module 4, we are discussing the issues of translation and interpretation. There has been various translation of the Holy Quran where the translator have not used the appropriate or right words for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, for good people and believers and the mu'mineen and salihin, and the translator inappropriately used the words in translation or the interpretation of tafsir of the Holy Quran. So let me share with you the screen that we had been using it for the presentation of Aalim and Aalim course. So in video number 2, we shared this screen and we have discussed this in detail and what are the best tafsir of the Holy Quran. So let's move on to the next slide. So now I'm going to give you examples of some of the verses from the Quran that has some translators have inappropriately translated the verses of the Holy Quran. This is Surah Al-Imran, verse number 54. وَمَكَرُوا وَمَكَرَ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. As you can see, the word makar has been used for the people who were going to arrest Sayyidina Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. So his enemies, the enemies of Jesus Christ, who were going to crucify him. Although we know as a Muslim that he was not crucified, but that's a different topic. So these people who conspired, who schemed something against Jesus Christ, and the Quran says, وَمَكَرَ اللَّهُ, and Allah also did makar. Now, so although in Arabic, the word makar is being used for the enemies of Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, and the word makar is used for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the protector and the creator of Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. But when people are translating, they are equating the words that is used for kuffar or for the enemies of the Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, for those who wanted to arrest and conspired something against Isa alayhi salatu wasalam to crucify him, to kill him, and they use those words for kuffar or enemies of Isa alayhi salam, and then they use the same word for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Well, the Arabic word is the same, but when we are translating, we have to make sure that the context of the both words are the same word, but used one for non-Muslims, because those who believe in Jesus Christ, we consider them as Muslims. The believers of Isa alayhi salatu wasalam in front of him, they believed him as a prophet of God. That's a different topic. That is not my topic, but I'm discussing the issue of translation. So when they are translating these words, they are not using properly word for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We cannot equate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as the attribute with the attributes of kuffar or enemies of Isa al-Islam or enemies of Islam or those who conspired and cheat and deceive. We cannot use the same word. So you can see how people have translated. وَمَكَرُوا وَمَكَرَ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. And they means the enemy of Jesus Christ, those who wanted to crucify him or arrest him. They cheated or deceived, and God cheated and deceived. No, we cannot use cheat and deceive and schemer words for God. Allah is beyond these kind of impurities, these kind of shortcomings, these kinds of bad attributes. Mr. Ahmad Ali translated, but they unbelievers contrived a plot and God did the like. God did the like. No, we cannot. I mean, although it is better, but it is still not as good, because if somebody is doing something wrong and I'm doing the same, it does equate God with those people who are doing wrong. Mr. Asad translation. And the unbelievers schemed against Jesus, but God brought their scheming to naught, and God is above all schemers. Yes, God is above all schemers, and God defeated them. It is little bit better translation. Piqal is used the word, and they, disbelievers, schemed, and Allah schemed. No. Then Allah is equated with the disbelievers, and Allah does not scheme. Allah is not a schemer. Qaribullah used the word device, which is a better word than the schemer or cheater or deceiver. The actual translation of Maulana Madudi Tafhim al-Quran is in Urdu, but somebody translated Urdu Tafhim al-Quran into English, and this translator has used the same word, schemed against Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, and Allah countered their schemes by a scheme of his own. Allah is not a schemer. That's the wrong word to be used for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Although in the Urdu translation, Maulana Madudi has used the right word for Allah. Allah ne khufiya tadbir ki, which is the right word for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Maulana Madudi has used the khufiya tadbir word for the kuffar as well, which is I think it's again equating. We should use the word for kuffar, or the enemies of Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, the schemers, the deceivers, the fraudulents. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does khufiyat tadbir, which is fine. Mr. Ghali has used the word Allah is a scheme and they scheme. No, Allah is not a schemer. Maulana Wajiduddin Khan has used the same word, and he says God is the best schemer. God is not a schemer. And this equates Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This undermines the purity and the highest morals of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Maulana Ashraf Ali Thani Sahib has used the word in Urdu language, और मकर किया काफिरों ने और मकर किया अल्लाह ने. Allah कैसे मकर कर सकता है? How Allah will makar? Otherwise kafir and Allah will be equal. What is the difference between them? Imam Ahmad Raza Khan rahmatullah alayhi, he has used the word disbelievers conspired and Allah covertly planned to destroy them, which is a better and the right translation. Allah is the best secret planner. Allah plans, not scheme, not cheat, not deceive. Abdul Halim, God is a scheme. God also a scheme. No, God is not a schemer. And somebody has translated this Tafsir Jalalain, and he used the word same for God, a schemer. No, God is not a schemer, and God is a planner. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala plans. Kuffar and the enemies of Isa alayhi salam, or non-believers, are the enemies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, enemies of prophets. They do deceiving and cheating and scheming. And this is the essence of this course is all about. Just to create awareness that there are wrong translations available of the Holy Quran or Hadith of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. This wrong translation is causing a lot of anxiety, a lot of misguidance, a lot of misunderstanding, misinformation about Islam and Quran. And that has to stop, and somebody has to correct it. Inshallah, I will give you more example of various other verses from the Holy Quran where very famous people have used the wrong words to translate the verses of the Quran. And this is a major issue with the current Muslim to defend Islam. And inshallah, in this course, you will learn what is the right translation, how we can use the words for Allah and Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam and Mu'mineen and Salihin different from the kuffar and the enemies of prophets and the messengers. Although Arabic word may be the same, but its connotation, its translation, its context has to be different. وصلى الله تعالى على حبيبي محمد وآله وبارك وسلم عليه.